Hey Run Junkies, nothing brings runners together like a really good race day, but sometimes it just takes one inconsiderate person to burst that whole bubble. So I'm here to tell you today how not to be that person. Today we're talking about race etiquette. I mean, we all know what good manners are, at least most of the time, but cramming hundreds, if not thousands of people onto a race course can cause some problems. So let's talk about how to conduct ourselves while on the race course. First things first, be alert of those around you, and even that there are people around you. We all have different methods of training and approaching a race, so please be considerate of all of the different ways that we can do that. The most common thing I see on race courses, and it's kind of a 50-50 as to whether or not I see somebody actually do this. If you're slowing to a walk, please raise your hand above your head and maybe say, hey, I'm slowing down or walking. Look around and make sure you're not stopping short in front of someone, and move to the right if that's possible. Now, if you are a run-only runner, kind of like me, I like to just set it like cruise control, set it and forget it. We still have to be aware of those people around us, and if we are passing someone, we need to let them know by saying, hey, passing, or on your left, coming through, whatever nice way you can say that, and emphasis on the nice. You can even go so far as to encourage someone as you pass, like saying, hey, good job, you're doing great, I'm going this way. Which means sometimes headphones might be an issue, and in many cases, races discourage the use of headphones. However, if you do need to have something in your ears to listen to, just keep the volume low enough so you can hear what's going on around you, and you can tell if there are any on-course announcements being made. However, if you feel you need something to listen to, at least keep the volume low enough, or keep only one earbud in so you know what's going on around you. And if you do need to listen to something, please definitely wear headphones. We don't all want to hear your playlist, as cool as it probably is. Also, if you are passing someone who's wearing headphones and you just say, hey, passing, and they don't hear you, they don't move out of the way for you, gently tap them on the shoulder and let them know that you're coming by. We want to be alert to what's happening, especially in an emergency scenario where there might be traffic coming through. Whether you are passing or being passed or just running alongside someone, encourage them. You don't have to tell every single person, hey, way to go, hey, way to go, hey, way to... Races are what bring us all together, and it's what makes it more fun. And that high five or little bit of encouragement might do wonders for someone who's really struggling. Now, when the course settles in a little bit, which means everybody's kind of found their little space and their own pace, you might find yourself running alongside someone for a mile or two. So strike up a conversation. Just talk about where you're from, how you trained, all of that great stuff, and you might find that you have a new friend by the time you reach the finish line. Speaking of friends though, please try to not run more than 2 abreast. It makes it hard when passing comes into play. Also, when running with friends, have a plan of attack before you enter the race and decide how you're going to approach this race and run it. You might also want to have a contingency plan in case the two of you get split up. Now let's talk about aid stations. If you have the water station on only one side, move over to that side. Now, volunteers will usually have a cup in each hand. Also, you don't have to go for the first volunteer you see. The tables at the aid stations are pretty well spread out, and my personal experience is that the volunteers at the very end are the most neglected, and sometimes they look bored. They need love too. So head all the way through the aid station to the end, where volunteers would be happy to give you a cup of water. If you're not stopping at the aid station for water, stay all the way to the other side and just jog right on through there. However, watch for traffic, especially volunteers who might be cleaning up. When you are finished with your cup, at least try to aim for the trash can. Don't be half a mile down the line and throw your cup to the side. Try to at least get it close to the trash can. If you miss it, let it go. Please don't stop to pick it up and get it in the trash can. The volunteers will do that, but at least help them out by getting it close. Now, with double-sided aid stations with water on either side of the course, the same rules apply. So just move out of the way to get your water. If you are not stopping for water, just stay down the middle of that track and just cruise on through. Again, watch for traffic and volunteers. Lastly, thank those volunteers early, often, loudly, and repeatedly. While many parts of a race course will offer the opportunity for friends and family to drop in and run alongside you for a while, please make sure they're aware that the finish chute really should be for registered participants only. In some races, the registered participant could get disqualified if someone runs alongside them across the finish line. The same is true for finish line snacks and beverages. Those are for registered participants. And remember, it's a lot of work for that orange slice. So please don't grab extras for your friends and family. Now I know this should go without saying, but I have to say something about it because I see it a lot in social media conversations. No cheating, no cutting the course, no banditing, no sneaking up to an earlier corral. I've just said my piece. I don't like to elaborate because it just makes me mad. Another thing, wear your bib in front, not just for the photographers, but so race officials know that you are where you belong. Now check the rules for your individual race, but if you see someone who might need assistance, unless you are qualified to do so, please don't stop to offer first aid. If you feel you need to stay with them until help arrives, that is absolutely fine. Another option is to take note of where they are and what they might need, let them know that help is on the way, and then go ahead and find a volunteer or a first responder to come back and help them out. The last thing I want to say is be prepared for your race, not just training wise, although that is important, but check the rules of your race beforehand and take a really good look at that course map. So be sure you understand any last minute changes that might come up. But that is as brief and as thorough as I can make a list about race day etiquette. For more information about this topic, I've left links in the description below to more comprehensive lists about race etiquette and running etiquette. You can also find a good list in this book, Magical Miles, The Runner's Guide to Walt Disney World by Megan Biller. My question for you today is this: what is your experience with runner's etiquette, and did I leave anything out? Please leave thoughts, questions, and comments in the box below. That's it for me today. Please give me a thumbs up if you like this video and subscribe for more tips and tricks from Running with Grace. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Happy running.